episode 3 of EOSwriter Podcast. I'm your host today, Jimmy D. So what is EOSwriter Podcast? Well, we're actually going to go back to the roots of where Cryptowriter really began. And we're going to be diving in with experts and people doing amazing things around the space. So I'm kind of excited for today because we've got a great panel from the .gems, EOS Nation, Pomelo, kind of area of the EOS blockchain space. So if you don't know what Pomelo grants is, you're not watching my shows enough. we do Pomelo pitch decks over on the Generate EOS channel. We've had Daniel Keys on our channel and on the show as well, talking about what's going on with Pomelo and the quadratic funding that's happening in and around the EOS ecosystem. And so what's kind of interesting is the way that this all kind of falls together with NFTs. So we've got Martin from EOS Nation, .gems, and Yana as well. And I'm not even going to try Shramana, I think. So I'll try to get better over time, over the next hour or so. And you guys are going to kind of introduce this a little bit. Mostly we're going to be focused on what's going on with the Pomelo Season 2 NFTs, which I believe, the wonderful ladies down there were the creators of. So, well, first of all, welcome. And maybe for people who don't know you all in the space, you could give a quick introduction of who you are and what you do. And it'll be way better than my, previous.
All right. Should we say ladies first or should I jump in here?
You jump in.
No. Yeah.
Up to you guys.
Yeah, men's first is good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Men first today. Okay, since you allow me. Okay, cool. Hey everyone, I'm super happy to be here. EOSwriter, I'm a fan since the first articles came out. Shout out to Kenny. Like what he made so far is pretty amazing. Like growing this company like forever. I've been involved with EOS through EOS Nation since mainnet. Mainly active in Asia, where I work as a regional director Asia. And 2019, 2020 got more into NFTs and then started to do another company under EOS Nation called .gems. And over the course of time, I did this with Steph together, Steph Puissant, that you all know from the EOS Hot Sauce, and as a community manager and most active EOS Nation member on Telegram, Twitter, and Discord. And then later met Yana, because I was involved in the German community as well. We're both Germans, and then we got more into NFTs and metaverse, and then she got part of the team, and later like Shramana came in. So now Yana and Shramana, do your introductions.
So I'll go first. I joined the EOS Nation team last year, and I joined the .gems team like a month later, I think. And I didn't know about anything about the NFTs, nothing. I had like no clue. Since a year, I've been learning from Martin now, because before that, my background is animation, visual effects, and motion graphics and stuff. So I knew the art pipeline and how to create art, but I never understood the selling art part. So and the NFT blockchain, everything was new to me. After joining the company, after meeting all these wonderful people, every day I'm learning something new. It's great. And season 1 was like interesting, but season 2 is absolutely amazing, and having a great experience working with the team.
Yeah, nice. I'm around like in the EOS WEX space for 4 years almost. Came from VR gaming and understood really in the beginning that the vision even Vitalik Buterin had with owning assets, owning digital assets, it is going that route and makes absolute sense. I'm digging NFTs, I think for 3 years. Joined the nation, joined the .gems teams, helping out EOS Nation, and we are fusioning in the projects as Pomelo and .gems is collabing on this, and love to be around and getting inspired every day and trying to break the boundaries every day.
Now, I've known Martin for a while. It's funny because we joke about being on the opposite side of the world, but still, strapped into the time zone of not Asia, which is fun. And Shramana, it's really nice to meet you again. I probably screwed that up, but hey, I'm just going to call you Miss Haldar. That's easier. But Yana is an unsung hero, actually. I just want to point that out of everything that's been happening in .gems. I mean, I've had the pleasure of having a couple conversations with her, and just how knowledgeable and intelligent and what she does in the space. I just hats off, because you're amazing, and I don't even work with you, so I know that, right? But yeah, so I'm going to pass it over, I guess, to Martin. Maybe you can answer this. Pomelo Season 2 NFTs. Why do we need them?
Well, good question. No, basically, it starts with Season 1, where we already used kind of to lead up to the launch and introduce the concept of quadratic funding and how all the elements in the community come together. The ENF was just founded or came together. We had Pomelo coming up, giving this platform, and all these elements, they were kind of hard to, maybe they're unusual for people. Like crowdfunding people know, but quadratic funding and interacting was a little bit harder. So we started with the single elements of the seed, which is the idea, and the water to water the seed, and the soil, which is the community. The water is the liquidity coming, the funding that's coming. And all these elements we put together to explain a little bit the concepts. Now, this resulted in the golden Pomelo and the badges, but from there we took it. We wanted to continue to explain what the role of Pomelo in the community is, and so we came up with the idea of diamonds, because in order to it doesn't start like you find a diamond and it looks as great as it is, right? As we can find it in a shop or buy it for our loved ones. You need to dig deep. You need to look for the kimberlite, which is the first basic ingredient, and then you need to go through certain processes to make it the shiny, nice diamond that it is. And similar, we think it's with the talent within our community. Developers or community members have an idea, and they need to basically broadcast it or present it to the community, and then the community can decide and shape this idea into something that's high of value and bringing value to everyone. So this is why we think Season 2 is important, to continue having a playful interaction with the community, to talk about the concept and the dynamics that Pomelo supports. Was this kind of a good explanation?
Yeah, I think it was great. And so, I kind of want to address Anton's question. When available voice app, they robbed me of my coins and my personal identity. I mean, I'm really sorry to hear that. We have nothing to do with voice on the Cryptowriter channel or .gems or any of this. And one of the amazing things I think that came out of the whole bad years of EOS were things like Pomelo, where now we can do crowdfunding, and we can actually put things in the community's hands. Because, well, realistically speaking, community is power. And that's something that Pomelo does really great. So the quadratic funding model that was, first envisioned on Ethereum makes it so that you don't necessarily need these angel investors. Actually, in a way, you almost don't want somebody coming in and dropping massive amounts of money into Pomelo. What you want is many very little things, right? And so I kind of see, the NFTs as an extension of this, right? Like its ability for people to almost, help with the funding, but at the same time get something in return, right? Like, and so I think that it's really. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. No, you just mentioned the funding, and we're not just selling these NFTs like for all the funds that we make with these NFTs. They are going to the Pomelo platform.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's something like for the matching pool. So that's another part to make everybody easily participate and be like the first round, the first basically contribution to the platform.
Right,
and I totally second.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, there's a lag.
I totally second what you're saying. Like the community is actually like the driver, the synergies that come into play when everybody is deciding and discussing which grant they basically support and why they support it. Things that you do with the Pomelo pitch sessions, all these kind of things. I think they create like a very educated and dynamic, interactive community that is the driver of basically the whole ecosystem.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see how this goes. So, like, that's actually mine today. I'm grateful for Pomelo. All right. Funding and expansion of EOS projects. All right, cool. How about you, Martin? What are you grateful for?
Well, today I'm grateful for the female energy in my life because it's World Women's Day. Shout out to all the women out there.
Right, and it's funny. I totally forgot about that because, it's almost not Women's Day here, but today's National Women's Day, and we've got a panel of two amazing women. So it's the ENERGY in
our lives. Let's say our lives.
Yeah. All right. Jana, how about you? What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for our open-minded community and open-minded communicating community.
That's Jana with a J, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy.
Why did I do that? That's weird. Sorry.
Maybe it was autocorrect.
Yeah, T9.
No, I think there might be another. I think I might have tagged you wrong in the Telegram too. Whatever. I mean, Martin mailed me the other day, and he's like, "Hey, yeah, this looks good, except somehow, Jimmy, you managed to spell every single person's name wrong in the descriptor." I'm like, "No." So, let's see. Shramana. Shramana's grateful.
No.
It's RA. SHRA.
See, I'm glad I led with the whole spelling thing. SHRA MANA.
Wonderful.
Sure. What are you grateful for today, Shramana?
Yeah, I'm grateful for a wonderful team and amazing community I'm part of right now. I never thought it's going to be this way.
Yeah, that's fine. You know what? I'm the same. And I would say my team is amazing and the community that we have is amazing, but just the community in general of other teams that I've met.
Absolutely.
Through my experience in this. And I would say there's some pretty shitty people out there in the crypto space, but there's a lot of really good people that have hung around at EOS. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, this is the Uplift World. We're a metaverse built on blockchain, and that's what we do. But what we need to do now, honestly, is we need to dive in to a little bit more on these NFTs. So I'm going to actually pull up the document. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to drop them at any time into the chat, and we'll get those answered. So let's go through. There's a couple things that we want to go through. So there's a couple things that we want to go through. We want to go through we'll do the blends. We'll save the blends for after. But yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, there's definitely a couple of things to unpack with this whole season. So it makes sense that we go through it. One thing that for our internal team, Pomelo NFT Season 2 is good, because with every season we kind of introduce a new mechanic that we're using. In Season 1, we had the harvesting. Like, if you remember, like we had all these ingredients, the soil, the water, the seed, and the sun, which could then be blended into a tree, a pomelo tree, where you can then harvest the pomelos from. So in this season, we actually introduced some generative and random mechanics that we can later go through, but also a harvesting thing. But let's go through the things one on one, I guess. That makes sense.
Yeah. So just tell me where you want to be, and I'll go to that part of the page. So you can check all of these things and what we're going to talk about. But yeah, go for it.
Yeah, basically the whole season starts with Kimberlites. As I said, they're like basically the base ingredients of this season. We also airdropped a bunch of Kimberlites to participants of some of the Pomelo AMAs, some of the collectors. So there were some airdrops. If you haven't checked your wallet in a while, check your wallet. You might have some Kimberlites in there. And basically, they're just the rocks, just the basic rocks, and you might find some diamonds in there, or you need them to go to the next step, which brings us to the blend. But the Kimberlites were produced by Shramana right here. And we see them right here as a still image, but they're actually kind of little gifs with a little bit of bling bling.
I wonder if we do this.
So, yeah.
Show them. A little bit of bling bling. I like it.
Yeah, a little bit of bling bling. Just a little bit, because there's just a little bit of diamond in there. We get to the full blast bling bling by the end of the season, but that's not revealed yet.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You can see they're lighting up there a little bit. So.
Hint. So yeah, great job by Shramana doing this little rock. So they're all the same. They're 5,000 in total, and basically you need to blend 4 of them. They're currently sold out, or are they? I think they're completely sold out.
Yeah.
Yesterday there was only 1 left. And somehow nobody wanted to buy that. So we were thinking, who's taunting us?
So is Shopify? Is it sold out there as well?
I think on Shopify, actually, which brings us to another thing that we introduced in this season. There might be still some available.
I think so.
So for this season, we also introduced like a Shopify integration to make the onboarding for NFT collectors a little bit easier. So you can basically buy NFTs there via credit card or all kind of payment providers that Shopify supports. That was another thing that we kind of wanted to make easier, because a lot of people might not like, if you do a grant, for example, somebody might just you want your grandmother or your parents to support you, so they might be able to don't want to buy crypto, they can just use Shopify. So that was the idea behind it, and it worked pretty smooth so far.
Additionally, you don't need, in the moment you buy, you don't need an account. You receive basically a claim link, and you can store it in your receipt of your Shopify shop until you get used to having an account.
I like that, because it's kind of like a I like that. It's like a claim links, but it kind of reserves your place in the line, right? It's like, so you don't have to sleep outside the store to get in there for the sale. You can just kind of like have your stuff stored in the back room for whenever you want it. which is nice. Don't throw those computers out. Like, don't be that guy who's like digging through the dump like 10 years from now, looking for that claim link that like was on Shopify that you can no longer find because that analogy doesn't really work because it's a multi-billion-dollar company that you can probably find. But anyway, you know what I mean? Like, right? These might be important someday. So anyway, carry on.
So on Shopify, you can either buy the Kimberlites or you can buy packs with the grant collectibles. So what we see here in the article is basically just a pack, which we sold. And if you unpack these packs, you might find one of the top 10 grants from season 1 in there. On the pack, you see the season 1 badge. That will, for every season, we will put out like the top 10 performing grants based on like how much support they got from the community. We do a little ranking internally, and then we choose those 5 as like kind of a memorabilia and just give credit to those that performed best. The mint 1 to 5 go to the team, the original grant creator, and the rest gets collected. And you can have a full set, or there are some nice stats on the card that might have some use later on. We don't know yet. But that's kind of the idea. You have like the card similar like a card game, or like it looks a little bit like a card game for the top 10 grants. And here we see the great team effort that we're having, because like the pack was done in 3D Blender by Jana, and the card designs in 2D were done by Shramana.
So we can check a couple of these out, and actually, so these are blendable too, right? Like, so to blend 4 Kimberlites and 1 grant collectible to create a mysterious diamond potion, or diamond fragments, or golden diamond potions, right? So let's go here and check out the blend, because I think this is kind of interesting. Sorry, which one? Pomelo?
Yeah, we ran Pomelo.
Okay. And so here's the diamond this season 1 badge is pretty sweet though. I kind of like it. But anyway, the season 2 is a little bit more, like you said, flashy. It's got some Shazam in there. And so 4 Kimberlite. And apparently I have no assets, so that's fun. But yeah, why don't you walk us through this? So you get 4 Kimberlite.
You need to connect your wallet, and then basically the interface reads out what assets you have. Once you connect your wallet, it should see that.
Yeah, I don't have any assets, to be honest.
Oh, I should send you some.
Right? I didn't. I didn't get it.
Why just say this before the show?
So, and it's funny because like I have this trepidation of pressing buttons. I hate pressing buttons, and honestly, like I almost want to quit blockchain. I'm at the point like where I want to quit blockchain so that I can go back to like experiencing it the way that other people do. Because when you work in the space, when you're like part of a project, building a project, you miss so much, right? Like you can barely keep up, right? Like, I mean, all of you probably are similar, but it's like, the only way that I even know what's going on with Pomelo is like doing shows like this, because I don't have time, like, forcing myself to do that. So, let me see. Maybe I can log in. I'll have a look. So what's up with the blends? Why don't you explain that while I play around with this?
Okay, sure. So basically, the Kimberlites and grant collectibles, like 4 Kimberlites, 1 grant collectible, doesn't matter what grant collectible you choose, create you 1 diamond potion, and the diamond potion is basically where the magic starts. And the magic is like you can harvest fragments, and depending on your luck or whatever it is, you can claim these fragments. And there are different kinds of fragments, different shapes, different colors, and different clarities. And that's where we get into like more complexity and rarities. And first of all, that's kind of the part of the potion. These fragments come in 3 shapes, which is like the heart shape, the pear shape, and
round.
What was the
round?
Which one?
Round.
Round. Yeah, based on like classic diamond shapes that we have in jewelry. And 5 different colors, which are rose, mint, icy blue, white, and amber, right?
Yeah.
If I'm correct.
Yeah.
You're right. And then there is clarity and not clarity, but the clarity is basically like on levels 1 to 11. But visually, we only have like a clear and less clear one.
I like that one of your
so, yeah.
colors. I like that one of your colors is ice blue. Not just any blue, ice blue.
Ice blue.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, if you're gonna have
Jimmy-
a potion, right? If you're gonna have a potion, then you're gonna need to get that minty fresh Claret's icy blue breath, right? Like anyway. What were you saying?
I wanted to push you through the process. I just sent you a pack and 4 Kimberlites. My only 4 Kimberlites.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'll blend it and then send it back. Sure. Where let me refresh my page. Sorry about that. See,
So you can
like, an unsung hero. Yeah. Okay. So let's do this.
Okay.
Thank you, Jana. And I'll share.
So
this,
first you need
share
to
the
go
screen
to
now.
Atomic Hub to unpack the pack. So you get your cards.
Okay. Let's do that. Are you sure they're showing up on Nifty?
There's no Nifty on EOS yet.
Oh,
You need to log into EOS.
that was interesting. Okay, I see. Why did it? Interesting. Okay, sure. All right. What I want to do is change to EOS. So it's when I have this new computer, and for some reason, I cannot log in unless I'm in the incognito mode. Anchor Wallet won't pull up the the pop-up to log in, which is kind of interesting because it's safe, but at the other time it's super annoying. So this is why it takes me so long.
No worries.
Let's try.
I can already explain a little bit more about the potions, because like there's a limited supply of fragments in every potion, and that's where we have like 2 potions. We have the diamond potion, which is the normal one. You have a total of 7 fragments that you can claim there. Once you blended your potion, you can 1 hour later, starting now already, claim 1 fragment, which is randomly generated. And then there are 7 more. Every 24 hours, you can claim 1 more fragment. Basically, the power of how many fragments you can blend is called mana. So you should always check when you buy something on the secondary market, when you buy a secondary market potion, always check how much mana, M-A-N-A, is still left in the potion. Because this is basically determining how many fragments you can still harvest from this potion. That's the diamond potion. So we have also the golden diamond potion, which ties back to season 1, where the end result was the golden pomelo. So you can upgrade your diamond potion with a golden pomelo, and then you have a golden diamond potion. Golden diamond pomelo potion.
Say that 5 times really quickly. I mean, that's a good English lesson right there. I love it.
Golden diamond pomelo potion. Golden diamond. Fail. Not even once.
So I think the
Jimmy,
first thing I want to do is go here, right? And I want to unpack this. All right. Cool.
Oh, he's a Finny coin whale.
Yeah, I am a Finny coin whale on EOS. I mean, I burned all of them on.
Bam.
All right, and so I guess I'm probably gonna have to refresh this.
Yes.
Yeah, let's see what you got.
Huh.
See?
Huh? I didn't get anything.
No, you got the empty pack. We sent you an empty pack.
No, I'm serious. Like, what happened? Where did it go? Do I have to click this? Maybe those aren't whitelisted. There we go. Those ones aren't whitelisted.
There we go.
Okay.
All right.
There we go.
Oh wow, you got EOS support.
EOS support.
That's
Dario is like hogging them. He's going crazy.
Yeah.
Dario from EOS support is going nuts on the EOS support ones.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Which
That's
one?
awesome. I mean, these are really cool if you think about it. Like, again, this is like collectibles in almost like a whole new way, right? Like it's kind of like a I was here badge. All right.
It's I was here and I'm going there.
Exactly. That's a really good point. Actually, that's a really good point. All right, cool.
And basically one thing that we added in this whole season, because we have all these mechanics and things that you can do with these collectibles, each of these Pomelo Season 2 collectibles have a scroll where you have instructions for what you can do with these NFTs. So if you have some Pomelo Season 2 NFTs and you don't know what to do with it, just check the scroll, one of the backsides, and it basically explains to you exactly what you can do and what you can do and what this NFT is about.
It's very cool.
Again, beautifully designed by Shramana.
Nice. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
All right. What's next there, Yana? What do I do now? Or what do
go
to the
Back.
blend?
Back to this page. Yeah. Okay. Sure. And I'm probably gonna have to refresh this again too. I would imagine.
Yeah. This one.
So 4 Kimberlites are selected.
Yep.
Oh, I see.
Now you have to decide which of the grand cards you want to blend and kind of burn. So
well, I'm gonna keep the EOS support because it's being hoarded by others. What's your recommendation? What should I burn? EOS Ecolot. Oh, sorry, I don't have that one. Anything ecological, I want to keep it. Port or EOS starter. Let's burn the EOS starter.
Okay. Sorry, Hernan.
I mean, I think it's good. Like if we're burning it, we're decreasing the supply. That's good.
Yeah, exactly. Making it.
So, all right, there we go.
At the bottom, you see the blend button at the very bottom of the page.
No, I didn't because I had a window open on top of it. That's why
Okay.
Right. Okay. Now I see it. You can see it, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
All right.
And again, like we're so lucky with scheduling this show, like all these mechanics, all the drops and blends, like end of harvesting just went live.
Just went live.
And I'm so happy that it's working.
It was not planned for the show. I think.
All right.
Yeah, 2 hours ago.
So now if I go back to Atomic Assets, I should be able to see what I just created, right?
Yeah, you should have one potion. See if the potion is there.
Yep, diamond. Whoa, I got a diamond.
Yeah. So what you do with this potion right now is you go to harvest, which is another link that I shared to you, harvest.pomelo.io.
Yeah, just let me grab that. Harvest.pomelo. Okay, actually, so I'm gonna put this. Let me do it this way, just before I forget. So in the comments, we'll put the first link in here,
right,
so that people can see it.
What's your mint number of the potion? I want to know how many people already went ham on those potions.
Sure. Yeah, let's check it. Okay, and harvest.pomelo.io. So what's the mint number on the potion? Now, mint number.
Select.
No, I just gotta find the window. Too many windows open here. All right, there we go. There we go. It's not. It doesn't know, but it seems like there's 79 that have been done. So.
Ooh, okay. That's
all right. Okay.
Good.
All right.
Nice.
And so
Awesome.
let's go here.
Harvard. All right.
Okay.
There you go.
So I can claim
So
this.
now, yeah, but first you need to connect your wallet.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. Happens to me all the time.
All the time.
Yeah. It's not working. It's not working.
Fair enough. Yeah. All right. I should have done that. Why didn't it work? This isn't working, actually. That's fun.
It's just a matter of time. I'm pretty sure, like, since this is open now for 10 minutes, people go pretty nuts on these.
Okay, so I can close this, right? All right, there we go. All right, and so now.
So now you should be able to claim
this diamond potion.
Hit it.
Yeah.
All right.
Bam. So now in like basically like randomized, you get one of the potential 30 or 60. Is it 30 or 60 different fragments? Shramana,
30.
30.
30.
There's only 18 of those, so that's all right.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
Now I can claim a golden diamond potion too.
No, because you don't have one blended yet.
Blended.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought just because the claim
Yeah.
button showed, I could claim it. I see
No,
what's
no.
happening. All right, and cool. Like you can buy Kimberlite for one, and a collectible pack for 3 EOS on the market. So even though they're sold out, it's not too
Yeah.
late. You can still come and play the game, which is nice.
Yeah.
All right.
So the
Absolutely.
potion generates now the fragments.
Yeah. One every day. What's it?
Every 24 hours, you can claim one potion,
right?
and
Yeah.
with
And the max is 5.
one fragment.
Okay,
With the diamond potion, you have seven fragments you can claim
7
from
fragments.
these.
So in 24 hours from now, tomorrow,
Yeah.
during our show, I can come in here and I can claim another one, up to 5 times for the potion.
7.
7.
Sorry.
So
okay,
with
the diamond potion.
Yeah, with the diamond potion, the normal one that you get by blending a collectible and 4 Kimberlites, you get 7 mana. And mana is basically how many fragments you can claim from a potion. Now, when you you upgrade your diamond potion to a golden Pomelo potion, which will go live, I think, on the 10th. On the 10th, this blend goes live.
Yeah.
Then you get an additional 5 fragments. So the golden Pomelo potion has more mana. That's kind of the idea.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
And what you have right now, you should see it in the attributes. You have a heart fragment. There are different 3 different shapes, as I said, and colors. So when you go into the attributes, you should see. Or don't you see? Let's see. Yeah, color is rose. Go down.
Yeah.
So you have a shape heart, color rose, and clarity. Oh, that's a nice clarity. Is this 13?
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty nice one. So clarities is basically the quality level of your fragment, and it's in a later stage, like when we go to the final step, which is like the diamond pomelo, not a fragment, the full diamond pomelo. There you can influence basically what kind of quality diamond pomelo you get based on the clarity level that your fragments have.
Fair enough.
I think in the article, if you want to share the screen there, Steph wrote some nice examples. So
all right, let me.
It's more visual, because when I start explaining this, like I don't think anybody can follow.
I wanted to go here. I wanted to go here first and showcase this before we get off this page. Sorry. Let's go
that's
here.
fine.
And
Oh yeah.
So yeah, this is the Pomelo NFT Shopify grant page, right?
Yes.
That you can buy. I guess
it's the only way you can still buy Kimberlites and Pomelo grant collectible packs on the primary market. And
so
Shopify has actually a discount, which you can see. It's discounted there.
That's pretty cool. All right. Yeah. So if you want to get some of these that aren't on the secondaries, go and pick them up. I'll drop this link as well into the chat right now, and then we'll go over and we'll check out we'll go back to that article and have a look at what you were talking about. So here we go. Okay. All right, cool. And I mean, if you're out there and you're watching this, please go share this episode out so that people can find out what's going on, get a little bit more up to date with it. And if you're gonna support Pomelo, then you may as well go and play the game and support this as well. Yeah, so clarity, rare 20 clarity points for each. So you'll create a diamond Pomelo after you have 5 fragments, right?
Yeah. And based on which 5 fragments you choose, you can influence what kind of diamond Pomelo you're getting. Right. So in the example is when you take, let's say you take 5 of the same shape and 5 of the same color, then it's sure you're getting like this shape and this color as a diamond Pomelo. Like the final one will be like you take 5 hearts, you take 5 reds. What you will get 100% is a red heart diamond Pomelo, right? But if you combine them in different ways, then it's more or less chance you get. That's one way you can influence it, and the clarity level basically defines whether or not you get a clear diamond Pomelo, or you get like a diamond Pomelo that is a little bit more cloudy, less quality. And this is basically the clarity score that we saw.
All right, I like it. I like the fact that you can. So when we got that diamonds from the potion, when we claimed the diamond from the potion, we had no say in the clarity levels or the colors, but like I kind of like the fact that like when you do the next level blend, you actually have a little bit of control over what you're going to get, right? Like that you're actually going to trade in something good and probably get something good in return, as opposed to trading in something good and maybe getting something that's not so good. So now I have a question. These are all 1-of-1s then, these second level blends? Is that how that will work?
Oh, I think Martin cut out.
He's silent whistling to himself. He does that every day. This time he warned us about it earlier.
Oh no.
He'll come back in. So yeah, these second level blends, like if we go and we blend the 5 fragments, are these 1-of-1 NFTs, or will they still have a mint number 2?
As far as I know, it's a race for the quickest. So
okay, sure.
If you have like the highest clarity, the most shiny diamond, they will stack up by creation. So
sure. So there's levels, almost kind of like okay, I got it. Mm-hmm. So there's kind of levels like, I mean, you would call them.
It's like the game is the race to like be the quickest, get your fragments together as fast as possible, and blend all those combinations. In the end, we will have 30 different diamonds. So we have 30 possibilities to create a mint 1.
Cool.
Martin, hi.
Hey guys.
that was your freeze face when you were whistling into the background. I quite liked it actually. It was good. It's one of the best ones. Okay. So yeah, I think we put everything thing in the link, so you guys can go over and check out the links. And I think that the link for this actual article that links to all of the sites is in the descriptor below. So yeah, is there anything? I mean, it's pretty cool, really, that there's a functionality to this that allows you to.
Yeah, it's composable. We'll see what we can do with all these clarity levels, with the grad collectibles. So we try to add a little bit more all the time, similar like the different projects on Pomelo developed. The whole Pomelo series of NFTs might also continue to develop. So as you see, with every season, we add a little bit more, a new feature, a new function. Like now, previously we had the harvest. Now we have the generating, the basically influencing what kind of NFT you get. When we mint the template for the diamond pomelos, we're not giving it basically the image that's minted. It's basically injected based on your input. So you input in the blend variation, and whatever you put in, the output is generated. And that's something that's, I mean, the Crypto Finish did something similar, but we're mimicking this right now and testing it on our own product. And hopefully, like, we can offer this to other projects later on and just develop like the NFT functionalities that we have on EOS. So that's our own mission with like internal mission with the Pomelo seasons.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of diamonds, to be honest, because like I'm kind of a permaculturalist and political rebel. But I like the fact that like you've included the attribute of clarity to these NFTs. All right. So welcome to like crazy ways that Jimmy D's mind works. Because blockchain realistically should all be about clarity, right? And one of the big problems with EOS from the early days was that there was no clarity coming. There was no clarity coming to the people who were investors, to the people who did. There was no transparency. And with these Pomelo grants now, there is transparency, right? We're able to see where the funding's coming from. We're able to see what the projects are standing for, and we're able to choose where our funds go, which is a really interesting aspect. And that's kind of where my mind went when I heard clarity, and now I kind of like diamonds again. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
So,
and if you in case you don't like diamonds, what you can still do is, you mine a diamond which is like super low clarity, which you don't like, then you can still blend it into the batch, the season 2 batch, which this time is limited to only 250. So the season 1 batch was kind of unlimited, but this time like we will limit it to only 250. And the design of this we haven't shared yet, but it's pretty sick. I really like it.
and again, like this is a way for you to actually support the project, the project itself, because like Pomelo is a thing where projects can come to get funding, but that has to be built and maintained and funded from its own source, right? And so this kind of badge that you will get by blending these NFTs is pretty cool, and it's a fun game to play. But the most important thing is that it keeps the platform that allows for all of this whole system, funding system on Pomelo to be operational indefinitely, hopefully.
Well, we're not taking any funds from the sales to maintain Pomelo. Basically, all the money that we generated, all the income, all the profits that we made from the sales, like this season it was 5,000 EOS. This immediately goes into the matching pool. So we basically are a matching partner.
Sorry, I totally misunderstood that. I knew that there was some matching funds, but I thought that there was a funding of the. So thank you for
100%.
Sorry,
100%. And
yeah, everything goes back to the community.
All right. Well, it looks like I'm not needed here.
Bye.
So, is there anything else that you want to? Sorry, it's been a long week. Is there anything else that you want to leave our wonderful audience who's tuning in here? Of course, this is something I think that if you're supporting Pomelo, then you should definitely do, because I was completely wrong. Again, it happens a lot. So the matching pool is coming from a few different places, and this is one of them. So the more people buy these NFTs, the more secondary sales that go through these NFTs, the higher proportion of the quadratic funding that will actually go to the projects who are applying, right? Does that make sense? The matching pool is amplified, right? By what you guys
we only put the primary sales. So we set ourselves a goal, what we want to match, what we want to achieve. Like for season 1, our goal was 1,000 EOS. So we contemplated like all the prices and everything, 1,000 EOS. And for this one, we aimed for 400% increase, 5,000 EOS, right? So with the next season, we try to beat that one and go higher and higher and higher, make this more popular, and try to become like from a junior tiny Pomelo matching partner to bigger matching partner.
Yeah.
But it also like generates awareness. A couple of people, they just collect NFTs, and then they have an NFT of Pomelo, or they get one because they attend an AMA or whatever they do, and then they learn about this platform and learn about all the other projects. So it's really like the NFTs are like an outpost, they're out there and you get kind of into the system.
Actually, we haven't quite touched on that yet. So let's just dive into there before we finish. But every week, I believe you guys still do it weekly. You guys do like kind of a live EOS hot sauce episode, it's that's still happening weekly. And you guys actually live stream it from a different metaverse over on Ethereum, based on Ethereum, and you do the live streams over there. And people can come, and sometimes you guys give away free NFTs. So why don't you touch a little bit on what you guys are doing in the space beyond this, so that people can get tuned in and maybe share some links and get the word out there about all the amazing things that Pomelo is doing.
You mean the .gems team now?
The .gems team. So it gets a little bit confusing, right? We do this in our organization as well, right? Yeah. The EOS Nation team, the .gems team, the Pomelo team. They're part and parcels of one another. There's different members. There's different people doing different things, but I mean, it all comes from the same geniuses. Who have found a way to work together and enhance the whole ecosystem. So give us a rundown on what's going on with the .gems and how they're kind of helping to amplify what's happening with Pomelo, because this is kind of you guys, really, right? Kind of EOS Nation in a way. Like, it's not really EOS Nation, but let's just be honest. If it wasn't for you guys, this might not be happening. I'm trying not to be humble, but.
Right. Yana, Shramana, do you guys want to have this one? I feel like I talked a lot this season.
No, go for it.
Okay, well, so as you just mentioned, there's a lot of overlap, and .gems started as an NFT studio, but then we were getting a lot into what are NFTs actually besides art or collectibles or game assets. And for me, it was really building bricks for building community. You become the more NFTs you own, and the more you become a collector, the more you get lured into a community, and you share them. So therefore, we develop concepts on how for a platform or a concept or whatever it is, an app, can NFTs be a promotional tool, but also a community building tool. So that's where we got into okay, we have NFT design skills, and we do concepts for NFTs, but we use it now for Pomelo to promote Pomelo. Now, what you mentioned with the metaverse, or the streaming of the events that we're doing, that's another thing. We're interested in engagement and doing something on another metaverse, like Cryptowriter, for example, we're using. We can do these drops on EOS or on Wax, and the people that are used to Ethereum and gas fees, they're baffled by, okay, I can just claim this, or I can just take this QR code, or click these links and I own this NFT. We can do way different things, similar with the blends and all these kind of things, these mechanics we can introduce. Hey, that's possible. You can have a 10,000, 20,000 parcel on Ethereum, because it makes sense to have the super valuable thing that you never need to transact. You can just build on it on Ethereum. But if you want to do something like community building, way more engaging and interactive, use another blockchain. don't basically ruin your users and your community members by letting them spend all their money on gas. It's not doesn't make sense, right? So that's what we're doing with the events. But we also started like doing events now, like the EOS Community Fireside Chat once a week in the EOS Discord, which we also started to manage. And there we do like POAPs, like pop tokens, where you just participate in an event, and then you can have another concept. You collect these as participation, and then the more you collect just to be there, at the end of the month you can turn them all into a raffle ticket, which you then get some prizes just to be a community member.
So let's touch base on a couple of things. The EOS Fireside Chats. There's something really cool coming up. The EOS Nation team and the Gener EOS team, we are going to be featuring Pomelo proposals. In the Fireside Chats, there will be really short proposals where they're kind of interactive and people can go in there and ask questions. And also on the Gener EOS team, we might know a guy who's on the stream who's going to kick off Series 2 of Pomelo pitch decks, and we're going to get the rundown of what's going on there. And if you check I'll put out another post as well. But if you check the EOS Nation or the Pomelo or the Gener EOS Twitters, then you'll be able to find a place for people to register for both of these platforms. Yeah. The second point is I'm kind of going to end this broadcast where I started it, because I think this is a really interesting point. This is episode 3 of the EOSwriter Podcast. Now, for anyone who was around in 2021, you'll know that Corey and I did roundtables on this channel. Now, other than being really difficult to schedule, because you have to have all these people on the stream at the same time, what we kind of decided to turn this show into was to go back to the roots of EOS and to, enable EOS content from, where Kenny and Sean and the team came from, and how they built this platform. And I'm a little bit sad about it in a way, because like I have to talk about only EOS now. But what's interesting about this is when .gems started, actually, you guys were EOS focused NFTs. And you kind of branched away from that, and now you're coming back. And it's very interesting what Pomelo and what the ENF and what all of this new rejuvenated funding has been doing to the EOS ecosystem that we all believed in for so long. Now, if you're here in this room with these people or any other room in EOS, I don't say this very often, but like, I can almost guarantee that anyone that you've met that has been in the space as long as Yana or me or Martin or Miss Haldar, we are here for the tech. We're not here for the money. I mean, if we were here for the money, we'd be gone a long time ago. And so what I really love about it is the fact that like all of these things that you guys as a network, as a team, have been correlating through the years, have been working on, they're actually starting to come together now, right? Like there's crossover with the NFTs, with all the hard work that Martin and Yana have been doing for years. There's artists that are coming into the mix. There's Pomelo, which there's funding that's coming into the mix. There's NFTs. Scroll back 30 minutes. There's NFTs that are created by projects doing real things in the space that you can open and you can see with your own eyes that certain people are hoarding if there's EOS authority on the top of them. There's some really interesting things. So yeah, I mean, I'm done. Thank you all for joining, because we're a little bit over time. And I could ramble almost as long as Martin. So I'm really glad that you did that for me. But if you guys have any closing remarks, but before we sign out, that would be great.
Yep. I'll go first. Happy International Women's Day to all the women out there, especially the women in blockchain. And I hope that more women come in to this. This is great. This is a wonderful career opportunity to all my fellow designers. Come and experience this. This is there's a lot of potential. So yeah, that would be from me the message to the community and beyond.
And please come join me anytime, anywhere on any channel that I happen to be hosting, because I'm pretty sure that we only just scratched the surface of the amazingness of what you have to offer. So
thank you.
Jana?
I have no closing words. I don't want to close anything. I have open arms. Thank the community. Thank you, Eos.
That's awesome.
Let's walk this way.
All right. 22nd of March, Pomelo Season 2 starts. Get your grants ready. $888,888 up for grabs, and you can chat with us in the EOS Community Fireside Chat or with Jimmy D. Pitch your project. Any project is welcome. Whatever you do, community building, you have an idea to do an EOS newspaper, whatever you want to do, put it in writing. Grants will be open, submissions will be open 22nd, and shortly later, the donation starts. Check it out, pomelo.io. Check our the Pomelo Twitter @PomeloGrants, check all the links that Jimmy puts in the description below. Lots of fun there with NFTs.
Perspective is really interesting, and there's a temple circuit in Shikoku that is called the 88 Temple Circuit. There's many more temples than 88, but in Japan, 88 symbols infinity, and you've got 3 88s in there or more. So to infinity and beyond. If you're on the panel, please stay, because I have a couple questions after we go off air. But join us. We don't know when, we don't know with who, we don't know where, for the EOSwriter episode 4 podcast. We'll be back soon. Thank you all, and go play with some hot peppers and see what amazing potions that you can craft.
Cheers, everyone.